Hey kids, Tito James here, once again taking awesome out of the box. Can you believe it? We're at the tail end of 2020 and it's almost Christmas. Now, just in case you're still looking for a laptop to either gift yourself or a loved one this Christmas, in this video we're checking out the Huawei MateBook D14. This is one of their more affordable laptops that they released this year. It packs some great hardware and a solid feature set that makes it a fantastic option for your work from home or learn from home setup. Now they also have a Christmas promo running from November 27 all the way up to January 17, 2021. More details at the end of the video. By the way, that's the D14 back there. We already have a review for it up on the website. If you want to check it out, there'll be links down below. But here are a couple of reasons why you might want to check it out this Christmas. Let's get into it with reason number one: the hardware gets the job done. Under the hood of the Huawei MateBook D14 is either a Ryzen 5 or Ryzen 7 with Radeon Vega 8 graphics, and they pair this with 8GB of RAM and a 512GB SSD, which is a great combination for the D14's intended audience. The team has been using this to write articles, browse the web for research, attend virtual launches, plus a barrage of Zoom meetings, and in that regard, you definitely won't be lacking for power. I've also tried a bit of editing on the MateBook D14, and as long as you're not handling 4K files and have a simple workflow, it gets the job done in that department as well if you're looking into creating some content. Now there's also a lot to love about the screen. They call it their full view display, but essentially you're getting a 14-inch IPS display at 1080p with a generous 84% screen to body ratio thanks to those extremely thin bezels. The screen also has a matte coating, so you don't have to find just the right spot in your house to make sure that you don't get any of that annoying glare. You're also getting a display with TUV Rhineland certification, cutting down on blue light emissions, making it gentler on the eyes for those long work or study sessions. Now, it isn't the most color accurate display out there, so if your work absolutely needs to be on point in that department, that's something to take note of. But for everything else, and if you aren't super discerning, I think it's pretty good. The keyboard has a great layout and doesn't feel cramped as well, very comfortable to type on, plus just in case you have to burn the midnight oil, it's also backlit. It's soft, but it is backlit. Of course, no RGB here, you're only getting a white backlight since this is again a productivity laptop. The trackpad is decent for browsing when you're on the go, but I would still recommend using a mouse. Now last, for reason number one, is the stellar battery life of this notebook. We did our standard YouTube loop test on it with the display at 50% and the volume at 50% as well, and it clocked in at 8 hours and 52 minutes, which should be enough for a busy day of meetings should you need to go out. Now moving on to reason number two, and this is more of the icing on top of the cake, or the features that sweeten the pot for the MateBook D14. You have a fingerprint scanner, so you know that the notebook is more secure and it will be very unlikely for your coworkers to hijack your Facebook account. Trust me, that was a big concern when we used to attend launch events because of the pranks that we got from our friends in the industry. You know who you are. Now aside from that, of course, you also have Huawei Share and multi-screen collaboration. Now if this is your first time hearing about it, it's one of the fastest ways to transfer files from your Huawei smartphone onto a Huawei laptop. So all you have to do is turn on NFC on your Huawei smartphone, in my case, the Mate 40 Pro, tap on the Huawei Share icon on the notebook, and once you've allowed them to be paired together, you can now control the Mate 40 Pro using the D14 via multi-screen collaboration. So there's no more need for cables to transfer files. You can simply drag and drop them for the Mate 40 Pro onto the D14 and vice versa. Transfer speeds are pretty fast too. Now, another great thing about this is that you can actually control your smartphone using the laptop. So there's less back and forth from both devices, so you can streamline your productivity even more. Now, number three isn't really a top priority right now, but it's still a very good reason to consider this notebook. Its form factor. You see, the D14, for the price they're offering it, feels like a higher end notebook. Now, I think that premium is a word that we throw around a lot, but really it's the simplest way we can describe the build quality and design of a product, and this laptop definitely fits the bill. You've got an aluminum chassis that gives it an edge over some of its competition, plus it will make this notebook stand up better to wear and tear of everyday life. Simply put, matibay siya guys, and for our English-speaking viewers out there, it's well built. Now, aside from that, it's also thin and light, measuring in at 15.9 millimeters and weighing in at 1.38 kilograms. I think Alvin also mentioned this in his video, but the great thing about it as well is that it doesn't take as much space in your bag, plus the charger for it is nice and compact as well, so you won't be lugging around a bigger power brick. Now, I know that we're talking about setups for working from home or studying from home, so it might not be the biggest factor to consider right now, but fingers crossed, things will get better really soon, and when the time comes, you definitely want a thin and light laptop to take to those coffee shop presentations or for taking around the campus. In terms of looks, Huawei has gone with a certain aesthetic for their MateBooks. It's simple, clean, with a glossy Huawei logo that contrasts the softer matte finish of the laptop. It's very workplace or classroom appropriate when the time comes. So there you go, guys. Those are just some of my reasons of why I think you should check out the Huawei MateBook D14 in time for Christmas. It's sleek, affordable, and also has a great feature set. Speaking of which, here's the price. It's 39,990 pesos for the base model, which has a Ryzen 5 processor, and 42,990 for the Ryzen 7 variant. As I mentioned earlier, they're running a Christmas promo for this and some of their other products. Each purchase of the MateBook D14 will come with an entertainment gift package that's worth over 2,000 pesos and includes a Bluetooth speaker, a notebook because sometimes you still have to write things down, and a multi-connector. Again, the promo runs from November 27 all the way up to January 17, 2021, so definitely in time for the holidays. For more details, check out the links in the description box down below. And if you made it to this point in this video, thank you so much for dropping by and spending a couple of minutes with me. I really appreciate it, guys. I would appreciate it even more if you gave this video a thumbs up, if you sub to the channel, and make sure you hit that notification bell if you haven't already. Now, if you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can. For all the latest in tech, make sure you visit us at unbox.ph, plus follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. My name is Tito James. Peace, God bless. See you guys next time, and of course, stay safe. I don't know why I did that, but stay safe.